What is water? Well, I'm sure most of you know that water is H2O. That is dihydrogen monoxide. But have you ever asked yourself, well, how does it bond? Does it bond covalently, like that? Or does it bond ionically, like that? And you've been taught in class to look for a metal. If there's a metal present, it's going to be an ionic bond. If there's a metal bonded to a nonmetal. But hydrogen is not a metal, therefore we would say it's covalent. The truth is that it does dissociate a little bit into its ionic, or shall we say salty form. So really it's both. And the equilibrium greatly favors the covalent form. That's why this arrow is so big and that one's so small. But there's a little bit of salty character to water, a small but measurable amount. You can measure it using the equilibrium constant expression, and it would look like this. The concentration of the hydrogen cation times the hydroxide anion. That's how they do it. It's divided by the reactants, which is water, but since it's a liquid, we omit liquids. This was all in the previous unit, and there you go. And if you do measure that, you will find that that's the equilibrium constant for water, and it is 10 to the minus 14th moles per liter. These are multiplied, and since that's the case, they each must have a concentration of 10 to the minus 7th moles per liter. So that would be true for any water that you have kicking around. That's a small but measurable amount. And rather than say that the hydrogen ion concentration in water is 10 to the minus 7th moles per liter, somebody said, let's just call it a pH of 7. The power of hydrogen is 7. By that they mean it has a concentration of 10 to the minus 7th moles per liter. And we know that if it's less than 7, it's an acid, and if it's greater than 7, it's a base. So really, pH is using that exponent. That means it's a log scale. And in our next unit, we're going to briefly review logs and exponents to make sure we understand the meaning of pH and how that applies to a real concentration for either hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion in solution.